Hello and welcome to the I Do Wedding Marketing Podcast. I'm your host, Nina Adio, a social media marketing expert specific to the wedding industry. On this show, I discuss tips to help you DIY your social media, as well as getting the confidence and income to outsource it. Thank you for allowing this episode to come through on your Bluetooth, your car radio, wherever it may be you're listening from today. Now, let's take your wedding business to the next level. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the podcast. Boy, what a day I am having. I am loving the weather. The weather's a good thing. I really do love just when you get that breeze back in the air and all those glorious things. But I'm having one of those back end days where all the back end stuff just isn't working. So you move on to another project and then the same thing happens there. Ah. But I thought for today, what I wanted to do was a audio from one of my past Instagram lives, because sometimes those coming on live can really hit the mark. So I want to tell you a little bit about this. I'm not going to be editing the Instagram live audio, and here's why. Going live on Instagram is great for your business, but it's scary for you as a person. So I want you to hear what it sounds like, that it's okay if I'm stalling or saying so or waiting for people to ask questions, because it does eventually come, and the end result ends up being some really great content and connections. So that was something I really wanted you to get away from this, or to get out of this. I don't want you to get away. Don't get away. Here's what we end up talking about in this Instagram live. We talk about embracing your location, where you're located and posting about it and the happenings going on. We talk about using memes as reels, which I've talked about before and love to talk about. We talk about repurposing older content, and we talk about making posts and reels that speak to you and to the things you like. So those are some of the topics that are going to come up on this Instagram live audio that I am pulling here. So before I let that roll, I want to remind you that the Engage to Engagement workshop is available on demand. So you can now purchase the replay with lifetime access and learn everything that we taught Carissa Cruzy Weddings and I in this workshop. So you'll learn how to spend only 10 minutes a day on social media, how to create content that creates engagement, best practices for graphics and captions, how to create posts without creating them from scratch, and my organic engagement strategy that once again can be achieved in just 10 minutes a day. So if you're interested in purchasing that workshop, the replay is just $37, and you can visit idoweddingmarketing.com to check that out. But now let's get some knowledge. Let me hit you with some knowledge. That's from a movie. I don't remember what, but all right. Let's take it to the Instagram live. Okay, hello everybody. I'm doing just a spontaneous live chat. We are hitting our first super hot day where I am. So I just got back from the pool and kind of just wanted, I got a candle burning. I'm just in flow. I wanted to hey Joe, I just wanted to come on and kind of chat. Spontaneous, not planned. Joe, it must be hot where you are. So I hope you are doing well. And anyone watching on the replay, be sure to just chime in and let me know how things are where you are. Anyone coming in at any time, if you have any questions about your wedding profession, social media, etc., just let them rip. You'll have my full attention here. So I like to come on. Hot is an understatement. Is it like walking through thick hot soup. I saw a meme that was like, if anyone wants to know what it's like walking through soup right now, come to the South. Yeah, so I've been thinking a lot about, I really just like connecting through lives, but sometimes scheduling it is really hard, really hard. I don't mean that to sound dramatic. I just mean sometimes you'll think, oh, I don't have my makeup on, or I don't, know what I want to say. And sometimes it's okay not to know what you're going to say and just let your audience pop on and maybe ask things, and maybe you get to know other people. The last time I went live like this, I was really shocked that the replay got a lot of comments of people responding to some of the tips and suggestions I had, and asking questions about it. So I was like, wow, this isn't for nothing. There is a purpose to everything. So I just want to say cheers, guys. I have an iced coffee out. Let me know if you have anything you're enjoying or drinking. Part of what I thought I could talk about, which maybe I don't discuss enough on my social media and the podcast, is what's the transformation when somebody does a social media marketing package. I think, for us, it was a lot. Oh, you're having a smoothie. Nice. I would trade. It was a lot of brand identity and potential for you, seeing the potential of what your brand was, what it could do, etc. And for my other clients who are more like venues and things like that, outsourcing their social media really means taking something off someone else's plate. Whenever you're having someone whose main primary job is not social media, and you're having them do social media too, it's just never going to hit the potential it deserves or it needs to. That's a lot to put on your sales team. But at the same time, having your sales team involved can be so helpful. So I love the venues I work with where I can communicate with the sales team because we send each other's photos. But what the venue gets as a result, or anyone really, by having somebody do their social media, is you're getting somebody who's there to see your live audience reactions when a wedding is taking place and I know a client is there. I'm seeing people at the wedding on social media. I'm seeing what they're posting. I'm seeing what they respond to. I'm seeing when the photographer puts up the album. I'm seeing who likes the pictures. I'm seeing who comments, etc. And it really, hi Ansu, and it really helps you to learn your audience better and to learn who those other vendors working with your target area are. And so right now I'm talking about the transformations clients receive when they do social media, when they outsource it. And a lot of it also is you're leading people through your sales sequence. Hi, Michelle. I'm talking about social media, as always, right? And Ansu is here too, Michelle, if you want to say hello. Aw, thank you so much. Thank you. And this is something I was talking about recently is, it's okay to ask for support from people because doing just coming on to someone's live is something you can do that's free but so helpful, and it really makes a difference. So don't be afraid to ask people and just say, hey, it would really help me out if you would comment on this post, or if you would share this, etc. So part of the transformation that happens when a wedding professional or any business takes on social media is that you get to guide them through the sequence of your brand, of your business. I get to tell people, take them through the story of what, I'm going to use a venue as an example, but what the venue is, what the cocktail area is used for, what it looks like, what we serve, what's included in it, then to how you can contact us. Ceremony space, indoors or outdoors. What do people like to do with this area of the room? Where do they put the photo booth? Like so many things that show your business in the best light gets to be put through on social media, and you get to have a call to action with every post. So you get to have, if you want to know more about, our available ceremony times, send us a message or contact us here, or view our winter wedding package here, things like that. Hello, Robady. I never asked you, is it Robedy Design? I always say Robady, but it's probably Robedy. You gotta let me know. And I gotta know where the name came from, because I don't know where the name came from. But we're just kind of chatting about the social media sequence that happens when you start consistently posting on social media, and how really the big idea of your social media profile is to get more people to your website. That's where your leads should all come in. It's your maiden name. Oh, lovely. All your leads ideally should come through the website. It's never, it's of course great if they just message you on Instagram, but because I'm not part of the team, I lead them all to the website. So this way, whatever sales sequence the company has, it will go to their website. So your social media is really all directed towards bringing people to be a part of your sales funnel and getting them to buzz about you and know about you, etc. Now, for invitations, we have someone who does invitations in here. Their sequence is going to be totally different than, let's say, a venue sequence, because the venue is like the first person who's booked, where the invitations come later on. So you can kind of have fun playing with those timelines. But also what clients learn when they outsource their social media is that it's almost like a hit it and quit it sort of thing. They can, if they get photos, they can just send them off to me, or I curate and gather the photos, and they don't even have to worry about this huge portion of the business. They can just rest knowing that it's being taken care of and that somebody is constantly working online to bring people to their website. And so that's a really fun aspect of what I do, and something I always try to look at, the website clicks, how are the website clicks going, etc. So this is a bit of a spontaneous live. If anyone has any questions about social media or anything, or about how I take my coffee, whatever it is, you just let me know. Today, I did launch a new podcast episode, and it's with a wedding planner, Vanessa Narvio. She also does marketing. In the podcast, I refer to her as my wedding spirit animal. I love her, and she just gets it. And she gives a lot of examples of the best way to go about collaborating or getting on the same page with maybe vendors who you haven't worked with yet. Maybe there's a venue you'd really like to get in with, or you'd like to work with a photographer and collaborate. She gives a lot of tangible steps for doing that. And we talk about going to bridal shows and all sorts of things. So Sleepy Hollow Spellbound won't like that I'm going to shout out that they've almost been doing their account for a year, but they have been, and they've received explosive growth in their year. So that was really great. And I think Sleepy Hollow Spellbound was really able to do that because she had such a trending audience, just a target audience where it's going to be all Sleepy Hollow. So don't be afraid to post about your area, to post about things that are happening where you are, or views that you're capturing, or things like that. So this way you can really tap into tagging those other local accounts. Here I'm going to give the example of Long Island, how we have Long Island, Discover Long Island, we have I Love New York, and those are resources you can really tap into. What is trending right now? Because I'm lost. I post, I get likes, I do reels, folks watch. I'm not sure what I should be doing. Others have changed their page to all videos, and I'm like, okay. Yeah, that's a lot. I mean, people do say reels are trending and reels are getting traction, but really it's not. It sounds so reverse. So you have to take yourself out of that. And that's something I say to Sleepy Hollow Spellbound all the time. You have to take yourself out of the amount of likes, because really the goal is, or should be, I'll say, getting people to go to your website, getting people to want to book a floral party or to buy an arrangement, or, really think about what those intentions are. And if you're going to focus on reels, there are things you can do with, the trending audios and things like that. But I hear you, it's exhausting. It's exhausting engagement and conversion. It's exhausting to try and stick up with all the trends, and there's no heads or tails to it. Sometimes you'll make a reel quickly and it will take off, and sometimes you'll spend 3 hours on a reel and nothing will happen. So what you really want to focus on is your messaging and getting people to, as she says there, engage and get that conversion of turning them from a passive follower into a lead, or keeping the conversation going. I have found what's been working for me, Joe, is taking some of my more successful posts that I've posted in the past even few years, and reformatting them to be a reel. So I'll take a successful meme I've done, or a text post, graphic post, and just reformatting it to be a reel and use a trending audio with it. And that's worked really well. Or even just, it can be as simple as using a trending audio showing, 5 different settings for a floral party. Or for Stephanie, I don't know if you prefer Steph or Stephanie, doing, just pick a color theme, purple, and then you do all the purple invitation suites, and this is something that you don't have to film live. You can do it on Canva. You can go to Canva, use the Instagram story size, reformat the pictures to be real size in that, and then you upload them to a reel. And things like that can be a lot of fun and hopefully get traction. But I do find reformatting things that I saw were successful in the past and doing them as a reel, or doing what they're calling meme reels. So, so you could send me a message and I'll check with my website. Absolutely. Thank you so much for letting me know. I'll see what happened with that. But if you go to Li Bride and Groom on Instagram, I have been experimenting on there doing the meme reels, which is where you take a reel that's a meme, you take a meme, and rather than just doing it with the little GIF picture and text, rather than doing it as a still image, doing it as a reel. And those have gotten a lot more traction because Instagram is pushing reels. So you can do the same post as a regular feed post, and it's not going to get that extra support from Instagram. But when you do it as a reel, you're kind of getting that extra support. So I would consider reformatting. If you have a post, then can this be formatted as a reel? And then just do it. And it doesn't have to be a specific audio or anything over thought out. It can just be a random audio that you see. And I get the memes, I make them on Canva. What I do is I go to Canva, and on the left panel where you would pick if you want an element or a photo, there's something called Giphy, G-I-P-H-Y. It's kind of the same thing that comes up when you want to insert a GIF into a Facebook post. They have that on there. And so I'll look up shows that I like, so I can get the sense of humor, or shows I know other people like The Office or Friends. For me, I love Selling Sunset, and I love reality TV. So I'll look up those things, and then I'll pull GIFs from it, and then I'll apply it to weddings. So I found one yesterday that was of Susan Sarandon saying, yesterday was a day. And so I made it for, the Sunday after the Hamptons bachelorette party, and whatever applies to the client that you're working for. And then I'll just save it and that reel size, upload it, put an audio with it, and then it's good to go. And it's been a lot of fun. So something Steph can do is kind of when somebody says they want, a pocket fold, 5 inserts, blah, 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 and, the budget's $20. Or, what I mean? It doesn't have to be that, and it's somebody rolling their eyes, you can just have fun with it and do things like that. So, yeah, if you guys have any more questions, I'll hang on for a bit. I do want to see what was happening to the website so I can get in touch with Kira, and let me know if I pronounced that wrong. Okay. So, yeah, this was fun being able to chat. I hope everybody is staying cool because it was a hot one today. I went to the pool and I didn't even survive. And I'm not even in the hottest area. I've got some of you guys in Florida and here and everything. But we're not, I guess, as used to it. And all my plants are dead. And it's sad. But I'm hanging on. And in addition to the podcast, which had the new episode go up today about vendor marketing, I am going to be launching, I haven't said anything about it yet, but I am going to be launching coaching where, we'll get together weekly and kind of just go over whatever it is about your business and marketing plan you want to discuss. I can show and tell you everything I do. It's kind of really paced based on what your targeted transformation is. So I'm going to be crafting that together. So if that's something anybody is interested in, let me know and I can make sure that you are among the first to hear it when it launches. So I'm going to take a last sip of my coffee in case any more questions come in. Nothing beats an iced coffee on a hot day, right? All right, if you guys are watching on the replay, it stands to you guys too to message me. And thanks for popping in today, guys. It really is just so nice to sometimes get to just talk shop with people or just talk, really, because I'm here with the cat. The cat even left me, actually. I don't know where the cat is. So it's just me and you guys. All right, thanks for being here, and I'll catch you on the next Random Live. That was it on that Instagram live, and I let it come on here raw, and hopefully it will get you inspired to start experimenting with Instagram lives yourself. I think you are so much more capable than you realize. It just takes practice. With anything, it takes practice. So if you think a live connection would benefit you and your audience, I don't see why it wouldn't. Then I really encourage you to give Instagram lives a chance. If you're looking for any tips on that, send me a message. We'll chat about them. Maybe we'll do an episode on it too. Who knows? All right, guys. Thanks for being here at I Do Wedding Marketing, and I will check you out on next week's episode.